It's a new generation built out of his creation. It's our way of life, we're doing right, that's right. Won't you take a little ride on down to the hunting grounds?
Alright guys, welcome to pretty much the first management episode of the 2019 season. I am fixing to do some frost seeding. You can see here I've got some white and I got some red clover. I'm actually going to mix this up here in this earthway seeder and go spread it on the candy shop food plot. It's a perfect time right now to go ahead and get out there and do the frost seeding, because we're getting those nights that are below freezing and daytime temperatures up to 40s, 50s, 60s, sometimes even the 70s right now, and that soil is expanding and retracting, and it's going to pull that seed back down into a nice seed bed that when the soil temperatures get to where they need to be for this clover, it's going to blow up, giving us an early green food source here for the deer and the turkey. Primarily the turkey really is what I'm focusing on, because we're wanting to get after them this spring here. But on the candy shop plot, I'm going to show you guys exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing out there and my thoughts for the food plots as far as what I'm planting this year in the candy shop plot. So I want to get this mixed up and get out there. Alright, so I made it back to the candy shop food plot, and as you can tell, this food plot has been hit hard all season long by the deer. We came in here and we cleared this just a little over a year ago, and when they knocked down these trees, they knocked all the dirt off the stumps and everything, but we actually took the tree stumps out of here, so we weren't dealing with that later on. But it is very, very rocky. We are here in the Ozarks, and with all that working of the dirt and stuff, you can see a lot of rocks in this food plot, and I'm really just trying to build up organic material and trying to get a good layer of topsoil up here, and it's starting. We've got some clover coming back up. We had a smorgasbord mix in here which had a little bit of everything. We had turnip, we had rape, we had clover, we had wheat. The wheat still taking a good hold in here. This spring we'll see this wheat really blow up before it gets too warm and dies out, but you can still see a lot of clover coming in at the same time. But I've got the seeder on the back of the four-wheeler, and we're going to go through here and seed this because it's so rocky. I don't even really want to deal with no-till planting it. We're just going to continuously, for the next maybe season or two, broadcast seed over the top and just make sure it is never bare and all that organic material is just falling back down and building up and falling back down and building up. So it's kind of funny that last year I increased my food plots on this property almost by doubling them in size, and the population's grown so much with the deer, and we're bringing in so many deer from other properties that even with the increase on the amount of food on this property, it was not able to keep up. It actually kept up probably even worse than the previous year because we pulled so many deer into this area. But we get out here, we're going to seed this. We do have Earthway's cedar back here on this four-wheeler. Now, clover goes a very long ways. A lot of people will completely overseed it, and you really don't need to. It's a very small seed, as you can tell. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in here and open this up to the smallest amount, and I'd rather kind of have to do 2 laps around this whole thing than not even get a full coverage on this and be overseeding. So I'm going to open it up to a small amount. If I can hand seed, I really like to hand seed a lot just because you get a better feel of how much you're spreading, get to regulate it a little bit better. But by opening this up the smallest that I can and throwing it, and if I have to do 2 laps completely around this thing, I will do that. So it's not a huge plot. It's about 2 acres in size. But it's going to be killer for turkey. Last year I killed one of my turkeys in this food plot after missing it a few times. Had a lot of pressure that I put on myself. But here you go. Let me show you guys this too. So we got some utilization cages, kind of. I got one out here, but these that are around these fruit trees here are utilization cages as well because they allowed the deer not to get in them. If we go up to them, there's just deer droppings everywhere. You look inside this cage and you can see a good stand of clover and wheat, still right now probably 3-4 inches tall. and then you look right outside and it's down to the dirt. I mean, the deer droppings that are down there are almost at a higher level than even anything that's growing inside this food plot right now. So, little tip I like to do, I like to watch the seed. So if I open up a corner of this, it's nice because as you're hitting all these rocks, it's going to keep the seed from bouncing out. But I like to see it go. Start her up. Turn on the thrower. And we are ready to rock and roll. All right, we're going. It's throwing. Guys, Journey, you're running beside me. Seen a lot of deer droppings. It'd be nice if I found a shed out here. Good journey. Alright, so I've finished frost seeding here in the candy shop food plot. Hopefully this food plot's going to green up. It has just been a key component to add to the hunting grounds here. We've had a lot of deer activity in this food plot, and this is just going to be one of those food plots that's just going to get better and better. And I'm going to keep you guys up to date with all the management techniques that we are utilizing pretty much around this food plot to even enhance this area even more. But anytime you are frost seeding, period, make sure, like if it says you want a pound of clover per acre, half acre, whatever you're looking at, make sure you always go a little heavier, because you're going to have some of the seeds just not going to get good soil seed contact. Some of it's going to be runoff with the rainfall that comes. Some of the rodents are going to get it, some of the birds are going to eat it, and so you always want to kind of factor that in when you're spreading this seed. So anyway, it's as simple and easy as getting out here, throwing it, and letting it go. You don't really have to worry too much about the other vegetation that's in here, especially in this food plot, because this one's just almost down to dirt. So it's going to be great soil seed contact, and this stuff's going to green up as soon as the temperatures get warmer. So if you guys enjoyed this short little video, be sure to give a thumbs up. Comment down below what you're doing on your food plots and what you want to see here on the hunting grounds, because we're going to be creating more content this year than any other year, period. And I want to make sure that we are doing the stuff that you guys want to see. So until next time, have a better than average day.
Won't you take a little